Hello folks, I am Paul and this is a look around my Honda Deauville 650. So here is the Honda Deauville 650. This is a 2005 model and I just thought I'd do you a wee walk around and review of it. So, picked this bike up a couple of months ago. I'm a returning biker after about 10 years of being off the bike, so I like to get back into biking and I want to do some touring as well, and I thought the 650 Deauville is the bike for me. There is a 700 Deauville, but I prefer the look of the 650. So yeah, we went for this. So yeah, why the Deauville? So number one, you'll hear a lot of people refer to it as the Deauville. They say it's got a reputation as quite a boring bike. It's not the fastest bike in the world, but to be honest, for me that was a selling point because I didn't want something that was going to kill myself on. You can obviously still do some damage to yourself no matter the size of the bike, but yeah, the performance on this isn't crazy. It's definitely enough. You'll never be stuck with it if you take any route. This bike versus any car, the bike will get there first. That's taking into account traffic. The bike can obviously get through traffic a lot easier than a car can, and I've never been stuck on this bike, so yeah, it's perfect. It's definitely got enough pull for it. I find it fast, I find it exhilarating to ride, so yeah. But like I say, you're never going to, it's not sports bike performance. It is a 650, but it's more geared towards touring. So yeah, I think it's more fuel friendly and it's probably better in the higher gears for fuel efficiency and stuff like that. Speaking of touring, that is a reason why I got this bike. So we'll see down here that there is no chain. It is a shaft drive, which is basically maintenance free. Replaced the oil when I got it, and that'll probably do me until I get rid of it, to be honest. You hear folk about leaving them for 100,000 miles or something like that. Some crazy numbers folk are doing it and they're not changing it. I was glad I did change it, to be honest. I mean, this bike is sitting at 36,000 miles on the clock there. It had done, so I put about 2,500 on it, and the oil was dark when I changed it, so yeah, I was glad to have done that. Right, so first of all, it's super comfy to ride. It's got a really good riding position. You're sat quite upright, so you're not leaning down in your wrists, you're not crouched over, you've not got your knees up at your ears. It's very comfortable to sit on, ride. I've done, I think the longest day is probably about 3.5 to 4 hours riding it, obviously getting off for peas, coffees, sandwiches, blah de blah de blah, not 3 hours non-stop. But yeah, I found it very comfortable. So the fuel economy on this bike is great. I'm getting about 200 miles to a tank. It doesn't have a fuel gauge, unfortunately, which is one thing I think I would like to have on it, but sadly I'm just resetting the trip counter every time I put fuel in it. I'll go into the reserve about 160 miles. So yeah, let's go over some of the features of the bike. First of all, the dash. We'll do the dash. Very little on the dash. Like I say, not even a fuel gauge. I mean, what can you say? We have got two compartments here, so we've got two storage compartments. So we've got a lockable one on the right, so that just comes right off, and then there, that's super handy. I keep a disc lock in there, an alarm disc lock. I've got some fuses, and a friend of mine also fitted a charger, which is really actually brilliant. That's a waterproof kind of box, so whatever you leave in there is staying warm and dry. On the other side, there's one that's the same, except this one's not lockable. At the back here, we have got two built-in panniers, so let me just open them. There they are, that's high quality plastic. So yeah, we've got two panniers. The one on the right is smaller than the one on the left. You've got straps in there for kind of buckling anything you've got into the pannier. You also do get luggage bags that fit the panniers though, which is quite handy. Oh, some of my post is sitting in there. That's actually my fuel lines from Moto, so that's my fuel lines, and then that's the other side. That wee rubber seals came off. I'll just fix that. Plenty of storage for like, I mean, if I was, the plan is to take it camping, so I'm going to get a top box for it. I've seen a really nice rack that I want, and a lot of that just bolts onto these grab handles, so they're super solid kind of mounting points. And then your heavier stuff would obviously go across the back of the bike. In the side clothes, you could probably get something like a cooking setup in there as well, so there's plenty of storage on it. But yeah, that's the dream. I want to take it camping. I want to do the NC 500. Hopefully this year I'll get camping. I've never done motorcycle camping before, so hopefully I'm going to document that kind of journey to doing it. And I kind of just wanted to document my journey with this whole kind of experience, because I researched this bike for a long time, and yeah, I just want to make content that I kind of would wanted to see when I was kind of doing this, or in the build up to doing this. So I've got the bike. That's the first part of the checklist for motorcycle camping, is I suppose the bike. So next, I'll hopefully do some videos on gear, other things that I want to do in the bike. I'd like to do some videos about camping, tents, cooking setups, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, this is just my wee life with the Deauville, and yeah, it's a brilliant bike. A massive benefit with this particular model is this is obviously second hand. It is an older bike, you can get them for really good money. Is this screen. So this is like a touring screen. It's covered in flies. Jesus, big beasties up here, eh? They don't muck about. So that touring screen is a lifesaver. You get so much weather protection as it is on this bike. Mainly just with the fairing light, I never really feel any wind buffeting or anything like that. You feel like you're in your own wee bubble in behind that screen as well. The screen's brilliant. Yeah, the wind protection's ideal. Like I've always been plenty warm enough, like the wind's never been an issue for me. Some things I would like to get is you can get wind deflectors that fit around this area of the fairing, and they just keep it off your knuckles a bit more. I really should have washed this bike before I'd done this. Look at the state of it. What else about the bike? Let me think. Paint. Right, so this bike had been dropped in a previous life. So this panel in particular, this right hand side fairing, has been touched up quite poorly. So yeah, it's been touched up quite poorly, so there might be a video in the future, I don't know, about touching that up and stripping it back and repainting it and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's the Deauville. Enjoy it. They're awesome bikes. I can't recommend them enough, especially for a new biker. They handle super good. People do say that yeah, they're boring and all that kind of stuff. It's not the quickest bike in the world, but as I said, you'll never be stuck with it in comparison to cars. But the handling of it is fantastic. The high speed fast flowy stuff is brilliant. Low speed manoeuvring like cities and towns and stuff like that is ideal. So yeah, they're great bikes. So never let the kind of reputation of this bike put you off this bike, because it is fantastic. And you can pick them up for really good money. Anyway, I'm going to get back on the road and head home. So that's the introduction walk around to the Deauville. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. We'll see what's to come in the future.